Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or welcome to the replay if you catch that. Whatever it is, welcome. Well, I'm going to see if I can get rid of this here. There it goes. So, today I am going to talk to you guys about one of the terms I've been feeling coming up quite a lot. Last year or the year before, it was a lot of other terms. It was like more like divine feminine, divine masculine. There was a lot of other terms coming in. Well, now I'm feeling some new terms coming in. So I was being guided to start talking about some of these. So each week or, next couple of weeks, I'm going to start talking about some of these new terms that are being brought forward to discuss. The first one, I apologize. I looking for my glass of water. I should have grabbed it before I came on today. The first one is divine inner love. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about divine love. And that's, the connection we feel from source. And I've been talking about that for a couple of years now. But what has really been coming in lately is divine inner love. Divine inner love. How we talk about how love, just like healing, has multiple layers, just like an onion, And so there's so many different layers to love as we connect in with our healing process, or we open up deeper into ourselves. We can feel into those different aspects of love. Well, divine inner love is that deep inner core, even deeper than divine love. And how does that work? Because we've already gotten to the divine. Well, inner love, it's like when you have gotten to the inner part of the sucker or something. Well, what they showed me the other day is you have a cell. And the cell, all cells are circular. Well, there's going to be the outside of the cell, and then there's going to be the inside of the cell. When we connect with source, where divine love is the outside of the cell. Divine inner love is when we connect on the inside of that cell. And so as we open up and connect on the inside of our cell and feel in on that inner core level, and it connects with all of that goodness on the inside of our cell, and it actually starts to work on that cellular DNA, RNA level with the love of source essence and the love of who we are and our own divine love, as if we are already back with source reincarnating, or and reestablishing. We are like rejuvenating our cell to a higher divine level of love, and that works on a cellular level. And so that is what divine inner love is. We're actually changing on a cellular level how it works, because we're moving it in on the quantum level with divine inner love. So we're using the love of source, but we're connecting in on this on a RNA and DNA level. So we're using that beautiful connection we have from source as if we're already being reincarnated, but we're moving in and feeling into the field. So what would we like to apply that love to? And we activate it into different aspects of our life or our field in us. And we open our inner core to those beautiful aspects in the inner portion of us. And it opens up more love to be poured into us on a cellular level. And that's what they're showing me how it works. And so it's basically like it brings our vibrational frequency to a higher and higher level. So it's starting off at 5D, but it's moving all the way up. You can move all the way up to like 12D using this divine inner love method, because you're moving on a cellular level and you're the alchemizer. You're the one doing that work. So you get to choose where you put it. And it's very powerful because you're using that inner love of source and connecting in. So the cards I was going to connect with this with was, because I'm not going to go into talking about that too much today, but I was going to see what source has to say about it. So I was told to kind of lower my card, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to show you how I do this because of the way my camera works. But I kind of I'm going to show you a little bit easier. Lower my cap, and I'm going to use this guided to use the Mary Magdalene cards today. So maybe this helps you guys see what I'm doing. So I'm going to shuffle. And I'm really excited. This is Quantum Healing Week. So if you are part of the healing community, we are going to be doing quantum healing sessions this week. In the healing community, it's all free. So if you're part of it, you just get to, it will be easy to register. There will be a link. And if you're not, comment or let me know, and I can send you the link, and you can register for the healing community and to join the quantum healing session for the week. I can also, if you're interested and you're 30 and older and a woman, you can join our 30-day sample of the women's group. So let me know if you're interested in that as well. We also have the ancestral healing retreat, which is just really, we're just healing some generational trauma is all that's going on here. And I'm really excited because we're going to be talking about that more this week and in the next week or two. But, if you have some repeat stuff going on in your family that you would like to heal, because I know I do, then that's what this retreat is about. It's about healing the last couple generations. You can go back further, but it's just healing our generational trauma in our family and using it for the highest good in the now, and connecting with those gifts as well, connecting with all the beauty you have, and really feeling into the all of the different aspects we have with our family that maybe we disconnect with because of different aspects. Maybe there's been disconnect because of arguments or something, or maybe you would just like to get to know different parts of your family, and this is a way to do that. It's a really cool retreat that we're doing, and it's probably more all-inclusive than I've ever done before. There's so many different cool aspects to this retreat, and it's a really great deal. So if you'd like to know about that, let me know. But anyways, let me go back to the cards. I get sidetracked sometimes, sorry. I get excited about these things because I just know how much amazingness is coming with them. Okay, so let me go back, think about this so I get a clear message here. And I hardly ever use these cards, and they were just coming to me today to use. So I figured, well, okay, I'm talking about divine inner love. It's Mary. It kind of makes sense. Okay. Excuse me. The first one they're showing me is the third power. It says, humility is my greatest strength. So this is interesting. Humility is my greatest strength. So sometimes I'm just feeling into what this is talking about. It feels like sometimes being humble, being able to show the things that, and this makes sense. It feels like sometimes being able to show the things that were not perfect, that we were just talking about divine inner love. Part of giving ourselves divine inner love is giving ourselves love even when we are not perfect, and in giving and saying, I messed up, or I did, I don't know the answer, or sometimes that is also being a leader, or because when we can show that we are not always don't always know everything, or have not always done everything perfect, then it allows other people to have that grace in themselves, and also in ourself. The a lot of times one of the worst feelings is guilt, is remorse, is that ickiness of, what if. So when we can say, okay, I messed up, and I'm atoning to this, we then can allow ourselves the ability to see those things, and then give ourselves that grace to feel it, and then see the lessons from it as well, and allow others to say, okay, it's okay because I've messed up too. And we can also, we all get to learn from our lessons, because that's part of the beautiful aspect of being human, is messing up and finding the lessons from that, and learning and moving on. We don't have to be perfect. Okay, so the next one, they're saying, I'm inherently good. So knowing that we are, we are normally inherently good people, and realizing that, even though you may mess up, or we may have things that are not always perfect about ourselves, realizing that most of the time we are inherently good people, and allowing ourselves to see that aspect in ourselves and giving that, showing that, even if we don't even show it to other people, showing it to ourselves, to our soul, and acknowledging it to ourselves. Because when we acknowledge it to ourselves, even when other people don't see it, we can say, okay, I am a good person. Maybe they don't see it, but I do, and I acknowledge it, and I love myself, and I can move on. I can get up tomorrow. I can look at myself in the mirror, because I know that even though I messed up yesterday, that I am a good person, and I can love myself, knowing that even though I messed up, I wasn't doing it with bad intentions. I truly am doing it with good intentions, because I am a good person. And the next one says, true love always exists through true love. So when we can open up and offer, and it has the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but we have that in us. In order to have divine inner love, we have to have that divine masculine and the divine feminine in us first. And then we open that up, and then we see that in other aspects. We see that in our partner. We see that in our family. We see that in our friends. And so when we can give ourselves true love, true inner love, then we see that mirror and all these different aspects. But when we're not giving ourselves true love, then it's not going to mirror in other aspects. So the more we shine that true love, the more we're going to see that in all these different beautiful aspects. And then the last one they're saying is angels. And angels say, I have never been alone. So even when we're feeling like we can't connect with these other aspects, connect with our angels, because we always have our guardian angel, and then we have other angels connecting with us. You can ask for your ascension team, your Archangel Michael, all these archangels to assist with healing. But your guardian angel is always right next to you. And my husband and I were just talking about our angels yesterday. So angels are so amazing, so beautiful, and they're always there. And so when we can ask for their assistance, it's so amazing how powerful that can be. And I was thinking, my question to you is, do you feel more comfortable with meditating, or with praying, or with doing mantras? Because they're all different forms of connecting, but which one feels comfortable to you? Because they're different forms. They're at different points in my life, I've felt comfortable with different aspects. I'm just curious, and there's no wrong or right answer. It's just a curiosity thing. Because when we can feel, sometimes meditation is us feeling them. Prayer is us asking for them. And really, doing the affirmations is us feeling is us confirming their energy, or us bringing that in a different way. It's all different types, but I was just curious what feels good, and the more we bring those different types in, the more it's implanted into our blueprint, and we feel that. And so when we're connecting with people, I'm going to move the screen again. When we're connecting with people, before we ever even say hi, we can feel it in their blueprint. And so that's why naturally you're going to be connected with some people, and some people are going to be like, ew, that's not for me, because their blueprint is already connected with certain aspects, or other people, they're not connected at all, so it really is going to make a difference on how you feel based. Some people I've met and I'm like, oh wow, they work with Mother Mary, or oh my goodness, they work with Archangel Michael. I can feel it just by their blueprint, because I work with these people, or I work with these souls as well, and I can feel it in their blueprint. It's amazing how you can tell it just in the connection. So I love feeling that with people, and how you can connect with that. When you work with a lot of different ones, it's a little bit more difficult. But when you work with just one all the time, it's very easy. Okay, now the last one I was going to do today, this they just told me it's part of the day. As soon as I got up and got ready, they're like, this is what's going to happen. I'm like, okay, I will tell you. I will do it. So this is the last card. They are saying water dragon. So the water dragon, it helps you flow easily around obstacles. So if we're having obstacles this week, the water dragon brings in quite Christ's light and love. And I love the dragons. I do. I really have connected with the dragons, and I use them a lot in deep meditations. But and I love the Christ light energy because it's so rainbow. And the elements are just amazing and very powerful. The water dragon is so beautiful because it opens up, and I've worked with them in the elements, and they can be extremely powerful. So when you're feeling obstacles this week, to call on the water dragons to help with flow around these obstacles. And it will bring in Christ's light and love and flowing energy, and assist with your psychic abilities. So many blessings, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you.